Mr. Chairman, esteemed delegates, guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present highlights of the submitted ministerial report. It is my intention to share with you from the perspective of the ministerial call that an individual receives and how we in the Ministerial Association have supported the pastor and the pastoral family in its fulfillment. The quinquennium started under the theme, Empowering to Do More, with Pastor Andrew Farrell as the long-standing ministerial secretary. However, shortly thereafter, after many years of dedicated service, he exercised his option to retire. We wish him well and all the best as he reclines and takes life at a slow pace. The work of ministry in the Caribbean Union is carried out with the commitment and dedication of 363 pastors spread across 10 conferences and missions. By way of comparison, the Caribbean Union has the third highest number of pastors within the 24 unions that comprise the Inter-American Division. Further, for every 682 members, there is one pastor. When an individual is employed as a ministerial intern, that calling is confirmed by the church with the laying on of hands during ordination. During the period under review, there were 41 such ordinations, encompassing 9 of the fields of the union. As was previously stated, our focus was to assist our pastors in realizing their calling. We concentrated our efforts in providing spiritual and emotional support. This was done in the following areas. 1. Pastoral Week of Prayer. Each year, we set aside 1 week as a pastoral week of prayer for the spiritual nurture of our pastoral families. This annual experience was enriched by local input, which contextualized the messages to fit into the Caribbean experience of ministry. In some instances, families incorporated the materials into their family worship during the week. Then they joined other pastoral families of that island or region to culminate the week's experience during the weekend. Such times of spiritual refreshing gave strength to the popular expression, salvation is for pastors too. Pastoral retreats. Additional support was given to our pastors and other ministerial workers when various fields, with some assistance from the Caribbean Union Conference, catered to the spiritual health and emotional well-being by planning and executing pastoral retreats. These invigorating encounters were well-timed, given the stressful cycles that ministerial workers endured. The following is a list of the pastoral family retreats that took place across our region. Therapeutic Communication Workshop. At the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020, our pastors and their families were thrust into the front line of ministry. They were courageous and committed. However, it came at a cost to pastors and their families, as there was extreme mental and emotional fatigue, which put our families at significant risk. The Caribbean Ministerial Association decided that something had to be done to provide more support for these soldiers of the cross. As a result, a therapeutic communication workshop was sponsored with Pastor Neve George as a facilitator. Sessions were tailored to the felt needs of the pastoral families. The average attendance to these workshops was over 183, and the ongoing feedback was meaningful and positive. Pastors' Appreciation. On Sunday, November 1, 2020, leaders from the wider organization came together to show appreciation to all Caribbean Union Conference pastoral families. Given the impact of the COVID pandemic, it was a special and impacting experience when the leadership of the General Conference and the Inter-American Division, along with the leaders of the Jamaica Union Conference, functioning as host, paid tribute to all Carew ministerial families, from Carew's first family to each of the other 362 families. Many expressed sentiments of feeling genuinely appreciated that their sacrificial service did not go unnoticed. The experience was made complete when every pastoral family was provided with a fully sponsored subscription to the Ministry Care Line, a Seventh Adventist counseling service which offers professional, confidential, online, and on-camera care. This service is ongoing and is proven to be a tremendous means of emotional support for the families. The other area of support for ministerial workers focused on ministry resources that were designed to enhance ministry delivery. Some of the tools included ministry software. This interactive software was designed to assist with the professional practice of ministry, and it has significant benefits in the following areas. It provides a mechanism for the implementation of the discipleship modeling ministry. It provides analysis of collected data that is useful to inform decision-making in pastoral care. It helps to maintain accountability at all levels of the church's structure. It assists in the process of continuing education for pastors and elders. Further, the software integrates the work of the pastor and the elders of the church through separate web portals which allow for data sharing. Many of our pastors are using this wonderful tool and are testifying of the benefits they are deriving from its use. The Logos Bible software. This software is yet another resource that was made available to the pastors as an additional tool in their digital library to augment the Bible study resources that they already have. We thank God for this wise and beneficial investment. Support for our interns. On January 9, 2020, a new vision for the growth and progress of ministry gained traction in the Caribbean Union. A historic intern summit was convened to train supervisors from January 9 to 12, 2020. More than 26 senior pastors received this training. This was followed up on October 2nd with an orientation for all ministerial interns. We were blessed to have the leaders of the wider organization leading out in these training. And pastoral spouses. Sister Linda Tobias, the Associate Ministerial Secretary, mentored and trained the pastoral spouses of the Caribbean Union Conference as they sought to navigate the very delicate role of private and public partnership in ministry. One of the primary ways in which that was achieved was through the implementation of the General Conference Shepherdess Certification. Spouses in the following fields were certified after completing the required training modules. These highlights, my brothers and sisters, that we've shared represent a small glimpse of what God was able to do for and through our ministerial workers and families during the quinquennium. We solicit your prayerful support for these worthy soldiers of the cross as we go for more and head to the finish line. I thank you.